Good morning, everyone. Myself, Muralidhara Reddy. In this video, we are going to discussing about what is Dockerfile, why we require Dockerfile, and explore the Dockerfile instructions. Okay, let's see one by one. First one, what is Dockerfile? Dockerfile is used to build our own image, Docker images, by giving some instructions. For example, we have already existing lot of Docker images is available in DockerHub, right? Okay, if you want to create your customized image using this Dockerfile, you can create. Okay, then the Dockerfile name should be like D is a capital Dockerfile. Okay, the Dockerfile name is extension is D Dockerfile. Okay, got it right? And why we require Dockerfile? Example, you have already lots of free existing Docker images is available in either in your local or it is available in hub.docker.com. But you want to create your customized image. Okay, you want to create a customized image, you can use the Dockerfile. Using this Dockerfile, you can build your own image. Okay, in real time, we'll be use Dockerfile only. We'll be create our customized image. When you are creating the customized image, you require first base image. Okay, base image you can take it from DockerHub also. Anything is fine from there. Okay, the customized image is required when you are building the Docker image. Okay, got it right? Any questions? And coming to that, we can explore that instructions in Dockerfile. In this video, we are going to discuss in only theory part. Later video, I will show you like a demo part also, how we can write that Dockerfile, how we can build the particular image. Everything I will show you there. Okay. First one, Dockerfile instruction. There are a lot of instructions will be there in Dockerfile. One is from instruction. Remember, from instruction is a mandatory instruction inside the Dockerfile. If you want to create any customized image inside the Dockerfile, will be declare the from instruction. That is a mandatory. Maintenance instruction is nothing but who has maintained that particular repository. I mean, the particular Dockerfile. For example, I am creating. I can define my author. I can define my contact details. Everything you can declare in maintainer. Next one, labels. If you want to define any labels, you can define the label instruction. Add instruction. If you want to copy from your local to the particular Docker image, you can use the add instruction. And also we can use the copy instruction. If you want to copy from local to the particular Docker image, we can use the copy instruction also. Add, copy, both are same only. There is a lot, little bit difference. Later part I will show you. Okay. Then CMD. If you want to run any command, you can use the CMD instruction. And also we have entry point. If you want to run any commands, you can use the entry point as well. env. If you want to set any environment variables, you can use the env command. I mean instruction. Okay. ARG also. It will be work for setting up the environment variables only. And also, if you want to expose the port number, we can use expose instruction. Remember here, inside the Dockerfile, we can call it as a instruction, not a command. Okay. And we have a run command. If you want to install any packages, you can use the run command. If you remember in Linux, we can use the yum install, right? Using this run command, you can run that particular yum commands. You can run that particular apt. Okay. And coming to the user instruction, if you want to create any user, we'll be use the user instruction. Okay. Next, value instruction. If you want to set any path, we can use the value instruction. If you want to persist the data, we can use the value instruction. Okay. And work dir. If you want to set the working directory, you can use it. If you remember, we can use the pwd command, right? Where you are currently. Same thing. If you want to set the work directory, we can use the work dir. Okay. I hope understand, right? Any question? And coming to the Dockerfile syntax. Inside the Dockerfile, we have two things. One is comment purpose. We can use hash. When you use the hash, it means that particular entire line will be comment. Second one is we can give the instruction and we can provide the arguments. Okay, in this particular instruction, we can provide the arguments. Example, if you see here I'm using hash. Hash means it is commented, right? This entire line will be commented. Now I'm using run instruction. Echo. Echo means it will be print the particular content. Currently, it is showing like hello or Docker, right? It will be print the content when you use the run instruction. Okay, I hope understand. Any question? And coming to that inside, I mean instruction inside the Dockerfile, one by one instruction we can discuss more. Okay, first one, from instruction. Okay, what are the main uses of from instruction? When you are writing the Dockerfile, we require base image, right? That base image we can declare in from instruction only. Okay, remember in interview level, majority of the people will ask inside the Dockerfile, what is the mandatory instruction? Mandatory instruction should be from only. Okay, remaining all instructions are optional based on your requirement. You can add it. Example, if you see here, I'm giving here tomcat:7. It means it will be download the base image tomcat:7. It will be download from hub.docker.com. Same thing if you observe here, I'm giving tomcat:latest. If you give the tomcat:latest, it means it will be download the latest version from DockerHub, hub.docker.com. This is the mandatory instruction inside the Dockerfile. Okay, got it right? Next one, maintenance instruction. The maintenance instruction, if you want to define any author who has created that particular Docker image, who is the owner of that particular Dockerfile and Docker creating the Docker image, we can declare in maintenance session. Okay, example, if you see here, I'm giving that maintenance administrator, and also I'm giving maintenance admin@devopsinenglish.com. Example I'm mentioning here. Okay, you can declare like this, who has the maintainer. You can give your name also. For example, I'm created, I can give my name. Okay, and also you can provide your mail ID here. Okay, right? And also if you example maintainer DevOps engineer, I have given that admin Devopsinenglish. I hope understand that. You can give your author details inside the maintainer instruction. Remember, here everywhere I'm giving the capital letters. The reason is you can give small letter or capital letter inside the Docker file. But the recommended way is always give the maintainer not only maintainer any instruction, you can give it capital letters. Okay, got it right? And next, Docker label instruction. Coming to the label instruction, if you want to specify any metadata information, you can declare the inside the Docker file. These labels will be key value pair. The labels will be key value. Example, if you see here label application environment, I'm giving development equal to development. In case if you want to define application support, who is supporting that application, example Devops by Murali. Okay, we can define this metadata information of the particular Docker file using labels. Okay, using label. Got it right? And coming to the Docker add instruction. What are the main uses of add instruction? If you want to add, okay, if you want to add, for example, you have a file, tar file or zip file or some files will be there. You want to copy that file to the inside the Docker image. Okay, you can use add instruction. Okay, the main uses of add instruction. For example, in add instruction, if you have a tar file, when you copy that using add instruction, if you copy that particular tar file to the inside the Docker image, okay, when you build it, okay, when run the particular container, what will happen? That whatever tar file, right, it will be extract inside image. It means if it is copying the tar file to the Docker image, when you go to the inside the Docker image, it will be extracted the particular file. Okay. Right? This Docker, this add instruction, we can define two ways. One is shell form and the second one is executable form. Okay, let's see the shell form. Okay, if you see the shell form, add source and destination. You know, right? We'll be use CP command source and destination, right? Same thing here. Add source and destination. Example, if you see here, add inside root directory, we have a file. The file name is file. I'm copying to the destination means inside the Docker image /data. I'm copying this file. Okay. And the second one is the executable form. Executable form same only, just we'll give the double braces and you can give double quotation, comma, source and destination. We can define the source and destination. If you observe here, add double quotation, the path and the destination path. Got it right? But the recommended way for add instruction, we can use the shell form only. Okay, the recommended way to use add instruction is shell form only. Okay, and coming to that, as I said, like if you have, for example, tar file, zip file, or PG. There are multiple zip files. If you using this add instruction, when you go to the inside the container, it will be extract automatically. Okay, it will be extract automatically. Okay, I hope understand right. Next one, Dockerfile copy instruction. Copy instruction and add instruction both are same only. Only small difference is, for example, in source, okay, in source you have a tar file. If you are copying the tar file to destination, I mean to say inside the Docker image. When you run the container, the particular tar file, right? Just it will be copy. It won't be extracting destination. Okay. Some of the use cases, if you want to extract the file, the particular tar file in the destination, okay, you have to use add instruction. But some of the use cases you don't require to extract it. Then you have to use the copy instruction. Here, copy and add instruction both having shell form and executable form only. Okay. If you see here, shell form, copy, source and destination. Same thing, copy, source is root file and this destination is a inside the Docker image. Okay, same we have a executable form also, but the recommended way used for copy instruction is shell form only. Okay, remember only one thing, If you have a tar file, if you want to extract, you can use add instruction. If you don't want to extract in destination, you can use a copy instruction. Okay, got it right? Any question? No, right? Very important question. What is the major difference between add and copy instruction? I will also show you the demo, but just I'm giving the high level of theory part here. Okay, and coming to the CMD. If you want to run any commands, we can use the CMD. If you want to execute any command inside the particular container, we can use the CMD. Remember, inside the Docker file, we have to declare only one CMD. In case if we have declared multiple CMDs, what will happen? Whatever the latest one, right, it will be picked up. For example, inside the Docker file, I have used 3 times CMD. Okay, but last whatever you mentioned, right, that CMD will be take. Okay, remaining will be ignored. Okay, example here also we can declare both shell form and executable form. Okay, if you observe here, shell form, CMD, Python, I'm using Python command, I'm running the particular Python script. Okay, same thing for executable form. You see here, CMD, Python, I'm running the particular Python. Majorly, this CMD will be used, inside the Dockerfile will be used, the CMD's last line only. Okay, when if you want to run any script, if you want to run any particular Tomcat or some other applications, we can use the CMD. But that particular CMD majorly will be used executable form only. Okay, got it? And coming to the entry point also same as CMD only. Only the small difference between entry point and CMD is here also we have shell form and executable form. If you see here, I'm giving here entry point ping and also Python. Here, when you use the entry point, what will happen? Inside the Docker file, you can use multiple entry points. Okay, but CMD we won't use multiple CMD commands, right? If you declare, you can declare, that is not an issue, but it will be take latest one only. Remaining will be ignored. And the second thing is, inside the CMD, example I have given CMD space sleep 200. Okay, if you want to override that value in command line at the time of running, you have to define that sleep under 300. It means 200 to 300 will be changed when you use the CMD. But entry point, example entry point space, I have given use sleep 100. In command line, you don't want to mention that sleep name. Just you can directly give the 200. It means it will be override. Okay, that is a major difference. Okay, majority will be use CMD inside the Docker file. It is a last line. Okay, got it right? Any other question? No, right? And as I said, like we have a CMD, it will be default, it will be override when you CMD use. Same command line, it will be override if you want. And coming to the expose command. What are the uses of expose command? If you want to expose any port number, you can use the expose command. Example, if you want to expose the 8080 port number, we can use the expose 8080. Okay, got it right? If you see here, example, expose 80443. I'm exposing the port number. Okay, got it right? In case if you want to expose TCP, if you want to expose UDP, you can define TCP UDP format as well. 80 TCP, 8080 UDP. Okay, got it right? Expose command will be used frequently because you have to expose the port numbers when you are writing the Docker file. Inside the Docker file, you have to expose the particular port number to access that particular application outside. Okay, and coming to the run instruction. Run instruction, if you want to run any command, the particular top of that particular image. Example, you have taken the base image. Okay, if you want to create another image, okay, if you want to run any command, you can use this run instruction. Okay, then run instruction have two forms. One is shell form, second one is executable form. Example, if you see here, shell form. See, I'm using run here m update. It means it will be running the run the m update command. Okay, same thing in case if you want to start the HTTP, you can use run systemctl start HTTP. Remember here I'm using m, right? M means it will be Amazon Linux, CentOS, Red Hat only it will be support. In case it is Ubuntu, you have to use instead of m, you have to use apt-get or apt. Okay, then we have a executable form also. You can define like this. But remember, the recommended way is we can use this particular run command. We can use shell form only. Okay, are you right? Any questions? No, right? Coming to the volume instruction. If you want to mount the path, we can use volume instruction. Okay, we can create the volume and we can mount the particular volume to the Docker container from your Docker host file system. Okay, here example, if you take volume /data. Okay, in case if you want to is this after app data, it is a container or image path. Before one is your local path. Okay, from my local path to container, I'm mounting that value. Okay, using value, we can mount that particular path. I will discuss more this volume concept later. We have a Docker volume concept. We can discuss more. You will get more idea. Okay. And coming to the workdir. Workdir is nothing but if you want to set the working directory, you can use the workdir command. Example, if you see here, I'm defining here workdir app. It means currently I'm in app directory. After whatever you are running any command, you will be running inside the app directory only. Okay. You can declare like example workdir java_dst. You can define anything. Not only this one, you can define anything. Okay. Just if you want to set that particular working directory, we can use the workdir. Okay. Got it right? Next one, Dockerfile env instruction. Okay. If you want to set any environment variables, we can use the env instruction. Env also will be having key value pair. Env is having key value pair. For example, let's say if you want to set the app version, you can define the TMP and the version is respectively. If you want to define, you can read. Example, if you see here, when you use the env instruction, it will be available build also, and also after container running time also, whatever you are setting the environment variables, it will be available. Remember, when you use the env instruction, okay, when you are build the code, okay, and also when running the code, if you set up environment variables, the build that particular Docker image and also running the container time also, this environment variables will be there. Okay. Example, if you see here, I'm defining here env app_dir tmp. Remember, if you remember in Linux, we used the export command, right? Using export command, we have set up environment variable, right? Same thing, if you want to set up environment variables in Docker, we can use the env instruction. Okay. Got it right? When you use this env instruction, it will be available both during Docker image build time and also after container launch time. Okay, example, if you see here, env app_version 3.0. Okay, and coming to the arg instruction. Arg instruction also, it will be used for set up the environment variables. Okay, it is also key value pair. And here, one thing you have to remember, when you use the arg instruction, okay, it will be available only during the build. But when you run the container, this particular arguments won't be available. When you log into the container, if you verify, when you set up the arguments, it won't be available. Only it is during the build time only, these arguments will be available. You have to take the decision based on condition. For example, I want to set up the environment variables. So that environment variables is available in both build time and container running time. You have to use, earlier we used, right, env instruction. In case you record only build time, you don't record container running time, you can use the arg instruction. Okay. Here also we have a both shell form and executable form. Here, if you observe here, arg temp name, I'm giving the my image. Okay. If you want temp version, you can give it like this. Okay. And coming to the Dockerfile user instruction. In case if you want to create the user inside the particular Docker container, we can use the user instruction. Okay. You can create the user. Okay. If you are not defining any user, by default, it will run as a root user only. Okay. Using this user instruction, you can create a both UID, group ID, username, password, anything you can create it. Okay. If you are not creating anything, by default, that particular container will be run root user only. Root user only, it will be used. Okay. Then coming to the examples, if you see here, user, the username. In case if you want to create user colon group name, colon after is a group name, colon before is a username. In case if you want to create a UID, if you want to create both UID and group ID, you can define like this. Okay. I hope understand, right? Any question? So these are the instructions is available inside the Dockerfile, and majorly in interview level, they will ask few questions related to Dockerfile. One is, what is the mandatory instruction inside the Dockerfile? Mandatory instruction is from instruction. Second one is, what is the major difference between add instruction and copy instruction? Okay. What is the major difference between CMD and entry point? Okay. What is the major difference between CMD and entry point? Okay. These are the majorly they will be asked. And one more thing, what is the major difference between env and arguments? What is the major difference between env and arguments? Okay. I hope understand that. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will try to respond as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next video.